Are we live? Okay. Y'all, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is definitely going to be a part two-er. Oh, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Mm, Y'all, this saga continues to unfold. The story continues to get stranger and stranger. And the lies continue to get exposed. Who's up? Who is up right now? I'm waiting to go work out, so I got about 30 minutes, but I just want to share with y'all what I learned. And I didn't get, okay, y'all, so welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. No bueno. No bueno. All right. So y'all check out Marianne. She also lied about him passing. Y'all, I think everything was a lie. Now I think room 130 is a lie. I think the host, but she's also a playwright. I mean, a film writer. Because I'm like, all of the stories are too detailed. The young lady that was supposedly put out of his room at 4:30 in the morning, I don't believe that anymore. And even when she was talking about Clarissa, the boxer, who's the boxer that she said she did a live one time, well, not a live, but she did a video one time, and she said, y'all, family, whoever the boxer name is, her name is like Clarissa or something. She was like, family, I got a phone call now. The boxer, the female professional boxer, is going to give Marianne a personal phone call to talk about what is about the kids and her kicking out her husband's kids or whatever. And then she, sent Marianne some tickets to come see her her boxing match. Like, in hindsight, it's 2020. I hate that the divine supreme energy designed it like this. Hindsight is 2020, because when you go back and think about it, she displayed receipts for nothing at all. She simply showed the inside of room 130, but that's it. When she got dude on the phone, she didn't get nothing out of him. He was like, Marianne, no, we're not doing this. He quickly shut it down and hung up the phone. So, all of this, like, everything now is suspect. Everything. So let me get into her post. So if you go to her channel, you're going to see that she did some bogus post that she went to the bank and to get the documentation. She went to Chase Manhattan and she went to Huntington. She went to Chase Manhattan to get the documentation from her depositing the $68,000 check, right? And they said that because the account is closed, it's going to take 2 to 3 business days for them to get her the copy of the check. Okay, cool. So then she says she goes to Huntington Bank and asks them for a copy of the check. Bitch, you don't even need to do that. You don't even need to do that. All you gotta do is screenshot your bank account that shows the deposit of $45,000, because she said she put $45,000 in one account and $23,600 in another account. So at least she could do math. She can keep a number straight. So all she had to do was take a screenshot of her account and redact whatever she wants to redact on there, but show the deposit of the $45,000 in the amount of $45,000, and then go to the other account and show the deposit in the amount of $23,600. Boom. That is $68,600. She could have done that. She ain't got to wait for nobody. There's no process in this. Like, if you want to get to the finish line, you can get to the finish line. And so then she goes and she does it. So she takes a picture of her driver's license and her bank card, I think, that's sitting on the table on the desk of the person at the bank, as if that proves anything. Y'all, as if that proves, what does that prove? And now I'm kind of like, Marianne, are you okay? Because what is that? That doesn't say anything. That just says that you showed up to the bank and you could have been going in to say hi. Like, that doesn't show anything. So y'all, this is not looking good, because you know how Umar does his whole like ducking and dodging in order to delay showing proof and evidence. Marianne is doing the same thing. She's doing the same thing, because it doesn't take anything to show. Maybe for Chase Manhattan, because that account is closed, I almost feel bad for her. Yeah, because it's like, why make up the story about room 130? Why even go and damage someone's reputation like that? I mean, if he's fluid, nobody cares. I don't care if he's bisexual or not. Who gives a shit? I don't. You made a good point. She writes scripts. She lies. That y'all making up stories is one of her professions. And if you notice, Umar never came out and said anything. He did not debunk anything about room 130. I did hear that he came out and said that he didn't pay anyone. If any one of y'all, if any one of y'all are familiar with that, then please let me know. If you ever heard Umar come out and say that he didn't pay anyone anything. I never heard it. But apparently someone said that, he did say that. But he never debunked anything that Marianne claimed. He never came out to say anything about that story that's out there. These struggle streamers are putting a story out there that I put this young lady out. I forcefully put her out of my room at 4:30 in the morning. He never said anything about that. He never said anything about any of these claims that Marianne is putting out there. And now it comes to find out that him passing out is a lie. So when you say it's personal, do you think that she's a woman scorned? Do you think that because somebody said that they slept together, that's hard to see? But all of that is in the eye of the beholder, or the eye of the lustful person. Okay, so if she is putting this out there like that, why is he not coming out like he did Lene? Y'all remember what he did to Lene? How come he didn't? Oh, that's a beautiful golden doodle. Oh my gosh, y'all. How come he didn't come out with Marianne like he did with Lene? Hey, girl. Oh, hey, wolves. Wolves Black. Why can't I get the name right? Wolves of Black Wall Street. Good morning. Good morning. So y'all, how come, if it's true that they had something personal and it exploded, it didn't go well, how come he didn't go after Marianne the same way he went after Lene? Can anybody give insight on that? Because Lene supposedly is also a woman scorned, not right? Good morning, y'all. So when Marianne shows this, picture, y'all, and go look at her channel. Go look at her channel right now and look at the post that she made where she's inside the bank and you see, and listen, that may not even be her cards on there, but supposedly those are her ID and her bank card on the bank desk, showing that family, I went in there to request the documentation. Okay, but like I said, that don't prove nothing. Marianne, how about you screenshot your bank account from Huntington with the amount of $45,000 in there, redact whatever you want to redact, and post that up, and saying that this amount was deposited on such and such date. And then why don't you go to your other bank so that we had the total amount and screenshot the other amount, like I said earlier. Do that, Marianne, and you're about to save face. And the other thing is, and I'm going to, when I get home, because I'm waiting to go work out, but I had to jump on this because it's so juicy. So when I get home, I'm going to go home and do another live. But if y'all remember that first video that she showed, she was sitting outside in like in warm weather, and she was talking about how she got the payment from Umar, right? But y'all, in that video, she says, I did not deposit the check. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Wait, hold on. What was a Black Wall Street? It said, one thought, when Umar saw her blow up, thanks to Lenon's chat, it was good for Umar, so Umar never spoke. Yeah, and I said maybe he knows Marianne will come after her him as hard as he does. She'll do him like he did Lene. But I don't. So y'all think that Umar is afraid of Marianne? Cool. YouTube, Craig got the best of her. I don't know why somebody would do this. But anyway, so in that first video where she's sitting outside, she has like a black and white sleeveless blouse. She says that I did not cash the check. And then in her last video, when she was in the restaurant in the lobby waiting for something, she said she wouldn't cash the check immediately. Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? So all of this is not making sense. And then, you know what? It's like, and if y'all saw Lenon's video last night, y'all, he didn't want to hear anything, nothing about Marianne being in cahoots with Umar. He didn't want to hear nothing about Marianne like setting him up. He didn't want to hear nothing about Marianne not depositing this check. He didn't want to hear nothing about nothing, y'all. He didn't want to entertain those thoughts at all. Was a settlement agreement shown between her? Nope. That wasn't shown either. Yeah, and that's just it. No settlement agreement was shown. No paperwork about the class action lawsuit redacted was shown. Nothing was shown. And y'all, all of us, she claims, I've opened a new account at Chase for the check. Yes. And then she closed the account, and then she deposited the check, and Wolves of Black Wall Street said that, okay, well, they gave her a cashier's check. So, you know, when you close the account, that makes sense. I'm like, okay, cool. Because y'all, I want to believe this. I told y'all I'm gullible. I want to believe this. But, so Lenon he didn't want to hear any of that. And then guess what? Y'all go to his channel because he made a post, and he said it's official. Now, maybe he's wrong, but knowing Lenon, probably not. He probably did some digging, and he probably did some investigating and probing, and he said it is a lie. That $68,000 check is a lie. Why? Yep, the claims are open. Yep, she claims I opened a new. Oh yeah, I read that one. And Lenon's latest post, he confirms that she is a liar. Yes, but y'all, why? Black consciousness community, are y'all okay? And I put black consciousness because, in quotes, because there ain't no such thing, and that's what my whole brand is about. But I'll get into that later. And some people may unfollow me, which is fine. I understand. But you know, I got to dispel this whole myth, because all of this is a myth. But that's a whole nother conversation that I'll do another time. But right now, y'all, what is happening? What is happening? Why don't Lenon do all of his digging and investigating? Well, because you know what? For one, I think it was an automatic bias, because Marianne is a filmmaker, so is he, and she came with, you know, ill information and ill feelings and ill experience about Umar, and we all know that's what his whole YouTube world is about. So he was like, okay, cool, bet. So this is what happened. All right, let's jump on and let's talk about it. Well, that was a hard lesson to learn, but you're right. In hindsight, there we go again. Hindsight 20, that's a bitch. Hindsight 2020 is a bitch, because here we go again. In hindsight, that should have taken place no matter who. And y'all, did Lene come with any receipts? I mean, I'm not trying to throw Lene under the bus or anything, but I'm just saying, anybody who had any dealings with Umar that they claim went sour, did any of these people show receipts about anything? Let me see what y'all are saying. What was a Black Wall Street? I believed her too, sis. At the start, the story seemed plausible. Yes. And then her assault video came out. What? What assault video? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? What assault video? And you couldn't deposit a large check like that in the first 30 days. Really? I used to work at TD Bank and you couldn't deposit a large check like that in the first 30 days? What, you had to wait to deposit the check? I don't understand that. We believe Black women, and she was anti-Umar. Story started out. Yeah. And I think that's why, the person who was asking, why didn't Lenon investigate this earlier? Yes, because Black women, we do have this innate, inherent sense of trust, right? Where people feel safe with us. They feel, well, let me say some of us, because some of us got mothers that are different, okay? But for most people, there are some that they feel safe with. And Marianne did come off like that. She did. Wire transfer is something. And exactly. And I feel like if it was a legal thing, I feel like they would have wire transferred this. I feel like it would have been a wire transfer. But so she got two contradicting stories. The very first story, when she broke the news about her receiving the check payment of $68,000, because I think at that time she didn't mention the 600. But anyway, she said that she didn't deposit the check like right away. She didn't deposit the check. And then on the back end, and this is how we bookshelved all of these lies, y'all. These are the bookends to all of these lies. She didn't deposit the check. And that last video, when she's in the lobby, she did deposit the check immediately. So what is it? What is it? And why? Why? Black consciousness community, are you okay? Because now the whole brand is being blemished. It's just like, it's just out to hoodwink and bamboozle the people. And Marianne, like, what? Y'all, I just don't understand. So the story about the ingenue, is that lies? Do y'all think that that's a lie? The story about him passing out. What other lies did she put out? I'm not gonna say lies, I'm sorry. What other stories that she put out there that could potentially be lies? The check, the lawsuit, the initial lawsuit itself. Could that all be a hoax as well? But yo, why? Just to have a YouTube presence? But you gotta know that eventually the shit is gonna hit the fan, and bye-bye your little YouTube channel. Poof goes your YouTube channel. Because let me tell you something. Her 4.63 thousand followers, and I may start to charge in the lead on this, girl, them followers are about to follow somebody else. They're about to go in a different direction. And Lenon, can y'all imagine the devastation? Lenon actually said that he's going to take a break. This took the wind out of Lenon. This took the wind out of him. He said that he is going to take a break. And then if any of y'all have hopes on getting on the Lenon Honor channel show for an interview, y'all can forget it. Y'all can forget it. No more. Those doors have closed. That well has dried up. And Lenon Honor is responsible for Marianne's YouTube success. Yes. I don't know what the yes was to. I'm sorry. I think Lenon was in denial at first. He was like, yeah, he was in denial all the way up until this morning. He was in denial last night because he kept saying, no, I'm not going to say that. I don't know if she was lying. Somebody said, hey, yo, that's money, Mike, right? It's suspicious and would trigger an investigation into a source of fund. Well, here's the thing. Money, let me go back and see if I can see what you said. Y'all, this is hard. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this. But I just want to go see. Because I don't see any YouTubers actually going through the live comments. But y'all know I'm an amateur. I'm a baby. So, but I can't find it. So, yep, I can't find it. But anyway, but here's the thing. Obviously, the check that she sent Lenon cannot be cashed because they would have quickly handcuffed her ass and hauled her little 5'1" ass off to jail or to talk to somebody. So obviously that check could not be deposited. So it begs the question, what check was deposited? What check was deposited? Because that check is from a real estate agency scamming business. I think, let me see. Marsha Fudge restraining. Oh, yeah, okay. I am, because Marianne did mention that. She did mention that she went after Marsha Fudge because Marsha Fudge supposedly got this judge, because a judge apparently allegedly murdered his estranged wife because he was abusive or something like that. And so Marsha Fudge did something with her connections, and either y'all don't remember, hold on, what was it? Either she delayed the proceedings to prosecute him, or because he's in jail now. So I'm gonna watch it, because she did say that they did put a 500-foot restraining order on her. So I'm gonna look that up. Thank you, because now everything is in question. I think a lot of us wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt, but now, oh my God, there is no denying how bizarre it is. Marianne's behavior is, and her posts are weird. Yes. Do you remember when she posted about the boxer? Does anybody put a 1 in the chat? Drop a 1. Is that what Lenon says? Drop a 1. Do y'all remember what she said about the boxer calling her? Exactly. For some reason, they did allow her to deposit the check. The bank would put a 14-day hold on the check. Yeah. And she said it cleared in 3 to 5 days, but she also said she couldn't remember. Not professional for a self-professed businesswoman, and very bad for a so-called filmmaker, but the film was trash. Also, I think the conscious community has all the markings of a cult. Maybe that's what it is. And part of the cult is to go out here and dupe the people. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, yes, that room 130, y'all got 9 minutes. Room 130. And you know what? Not for nothing. And I know all y'all about to blast the shit out of me for this. I kind of feel bad for Umar. Because if she is putting all of these inflammatory statements and stories out there about him, unless they were in cahoots, which is plausible. I wouldn't want anybody out here just making up shit about me. You know what I mean? But it's also weird that he didn't go out there and debunk it as hard as he did with Lene. So now I'm beginning to think that Lene's stories were true, and Marianne's story it was probably the part two of the Awakening film that her and Umar scripted together. That's what I'm starting to think. Into a reality TV show. I mean, into a reality show. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yo, that's Money Mike. That film was trash. And I'm an actor. And I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. We don't know, Patron. We don't know what. Oh, the dude Umar supposedly said. Yeah, now that's all in question. Oh, that's all in question. Okay, and she's gonna lose more. Bougie Barbie, she says she had almost 55. Okay, yeah, because she's down to 4.63, I think. And y'all, today, I wouldn't be surprised if Marianne got down. Shoot, I may have more followers than Marianne after all this at the end of the day. Because I'm almost at 500. I'm very proud. Oh, and thank you, Wolves of Black Wall Street. He was like, you gained 20 subscribers yesterday. I was like, thank you. But I may lose some though, because people ain't ready. Because I don't do the victim narrative. I don't do the coddling. I'm trying to empower the people and get us free out from under the system, the establishment. We're about to exit, y'all. But before we exit, we got to take back our minds, because they are heavily, heavily programmed. And Umar Johnson, oh my God, that mind right there, y'all, that parasite in his mind is huge. His mind is so programmed. When it comes to money matters in this saga, people with backgrounds in banking finance need to step in and explain to me. No, how about Marianne step in to explain? How about that? Because she could explain this from day one. Like Marianne, he ain't got it. She's talking about, I got 6 minutes. She's talking about, oh, he caught me off guard and, I was blindsided, and how come he couldn't take me aside to discuss this? But here's the thing, people, explain this to me. If your truth is your truth is your truth, can't you discuss that anywhere? Why do I need to have a private conversation with you about the truth? And it's the same thing that I'm going to say on your live platform. What's the diff? What's the diff? Like, why do we need to have a precursor conversation about what really happened, instead of, which platform, whether public or private, the truth is a truth, my love. Why do you need why do you need a primer? Like, I don't get it. Unless it's like an interview on national TV, and they give you notes, like they give you a precursor to how everything is gonna go, and they put you in hair and makeup, and then they call you to the stage, and then voila, the cameras are on, and you're doing unless it's something like that. But this is Lenon Honor. You don't need no primer for that. Ain't no hair and makeup. There is no pre-setup. Just tell your truth. Public or private, it doesn't matter. Lenon, and this is what, because yesterday, remember y'all said, because a lot of y'all here are here from yesterday. Thank you. But y'all remember when I said that I think Lenon, the reason why he jumped on this so fast is because he had to get in front of this. And if y'all watched his promise video, he said, I promised y'all that I was going to, and it was quick, y'all. Lenon Honor did an under 2 hour video. That's how you know the wind is knocked out of him. He did an under 2 hour video. His minimum is my maximum. So, and he said, people are asking me, why I acted the way and when I acted. He said, because I had to jump in front of this. And I was like, bingo, booyah. That's the same thing that I said. He had to get in front of it. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go. I feel like I was about to say something, but then I got distracted. When it comes to money, okay, yeah. Yeah, but you know what? She could have explained that. She needs to come on and explain that. She was rude. She was rude to, but she said she apologized. You about to get 5,000 subs, Mary. Yeah, you I'm about to get them 5,000 subs. They're about to scurry on over to the mental chiropractor. I'll take them. I'm new to your channel and I'm so confused about why she lied about getting the check at the beginning. It's so weird. Oh my God, it's so weird. So Holly Weir's tentacles, y'all, they reach far and wide. Because, you know, she's a filmmaker, so she's somewhere in the Hollywood, you know, culture. But them tentacles, Holly Weird is far and wide. It reaches far and wide. She gave us loan sharks. Oh, so you're a loan shark. That's a real thing? Like the nice loan sharks, not the one that be breaking people's legs and stuff and wanting to cut off fingers. I'm just going to say this one time. She didn't do anything wrong and she has proof of her check. It's amazing how fast people want to hate every one of y'all are wrong. Well, thank you. Listen, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But let me ask you something. Where is the proof of the check? You can't sit here and just put words in a chat and say, oh, she has proof of the check. Honey boo, that is not proof. You can't sit here and say, oh, Umar tried to sue me for $500,000 and we don't have no court docs, redacted court docs or nothing. That ain't proof. And hate is a strong word. No, nobody's hating. Nobody's hating. And I hope, let me tell you, who is this I'm talking to? Clayton Johnson. I hope all of us are dead wrong. I really do. Because you know why? The Black consciousness community, something wrong with them. If this is all a lie and a hoax, something ain't right. Umar and now Marianne or whoever else people done said in the past, I didn't capture those names. But I hope you're right, Clayton. I hope you're right. Yeah, Clayton, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Clarissa Shields, thank you. So, was that true? Why is Clarissa Shields, unless she has some sort of relation, you know, before Clarissa got to the clout of being a boxer that she got to, y'all gotta go. But yeah, so how do we know that she got a phone call from Clarissa Shields? How do we know that Clarissa Shields sent her tickets? Unless she had a prior relationship with Clarissa Shields. Okay, then okay, fine. But if not, why is Clarissa Shields okay, listen, if she's supposed to be at the fight tonight, she better come on. I mean, she may claim that she's too emotionally distraught to make it to the fight, but if she does make it to the fight, I hope she puts up some pictures. I hope she does. Awaken to Umarologist discredited. Right? Awaken to Umarologist discredited. No. And I think that's what Lenon was mostly worried about, y'all. That this would discredit him. And he worked so hard. So hard. And listen, and Lenon Honor, I do believe everything that he says, because if he says something wrong, he will come back and correct it. So he does have my my belief or my support. I don't feel bad for Umar. I feel bad for the hairstyle. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You know, but I'm saying, Umar, if you're gay, you're gay. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Oh, shit. I don't know. Maybe the Black consciousness community care, but why should they care? Nobody care. She's not being honest. Oh, You Got Me by Marianne. Hello, you. I'm so glad you're talking about this because I am floored. It's like we all need to debrief. Oh, I know, y'all, but I gotta go catch my workout. But y'all, this right here, trust and believe. When I get home, if everybody else ain't got 10,000 lives going on about this, because they probably will. But if they don't, y'all, please rejoin me when I go live. When I get home from my workout. And y'all, we got to work through this. We got to get through this together, y'all, because this is devastating. I can't even lie. This is devastating. Hey, Ace Nation. Okay. Y'all, I really want to stay with y'all, but I got to go. Sticking up for a liar. Yeah, I know, right? But, you know, everybody needs a fan. Everyone needs a cheerleader. Okay, y'all. All right, I will come back with y'all. Thank y'all for your feedback and your participation and your conversation. I love it, and let's keep it going. And I'll see y'all in about an hour and a half. Okay, toodles.